Hey listeners, we will keep this quick. All we want for Hanukkah and Christmas this year is you.
That's right, you. A sponsor of the Foretop.
Yes, folks, sponsor the Foretop to get your brand's message into the ear cavities of our audience of wine insiders.
It's the gift that keeps on giving because our content is evergreen.
Just like Christmas. Email Zoe at theforetop.org or reach out to us on social media to learn more.
Guys, sorry I'm late, but you're going to be really glad that I was.
Okay, well, I'm not glad so far. Why were you late?
I was busy locking down the guest of the year.
We agreed we were not going to have a guest on this one since it's just a fun holiday episode.
Well, just wait. Nicholas, you can log on now.
Whoa. Folks, I don't know how to explain this, but the Santa Claus just logged into our recording session. What the heck?
I am so confused.
Ho, ho, ho. How are you, the Foretop?
Is this real?
You'd better bet it's real. It'd be pretty messed up if someone was pretending to be me. That's basically stolen valor.
Well, Santa, people do pretend to be you, like, a lot.
What?
She's
Me?
joking. She's joking. Look, Santa, we're recording this just a few days before Christmas. Why are you not hard at work at the North Pole?
Excellent question, Roxy.
It's Ruby.
Well, Robbie, you don't celebrate, so let's not get pushy. Anyway, the elves and I work hard all year, so I like to take a break leading up to Christmas to recharge and hit the media circuit. Just doing podcasts this year, that's how I reach the young people.
Oh, okay, Santa. Well, I guess I should take a moment and thank you for joining us. This is a huge honor, but I'm curious, why do you need the media?
Well, Katie, first of all, thank you for the question.
Okay, I really prefer Catherine, but...
Kathy, got it. Well, Kathy, you know how health and wellness campaigns have had a negative impact on wine sales?
Oh, gosh, yeah, we have definitely been reporting on that.
Well, those same trends are really cutting into Christmas spirit. Fewer people believe. They see a husky man in a big red suit and they think, oh ho ho, what an unhealthy fellow. They see pics of me enjoying some milk and cookies and think, poor guy's gonna die from a heart attack. People these days have such a narrow view of health. I actually saw there's one guy in Toronto pretending to be me, which is a huge IP violation, by the way. But he's all cut and sexy. What's up with that? It ain't Santa's belly if it don't shake like a bowl full of jelly, baby.
So, let me get this straight. You think Christmas spirit is dying because people are too focused on health and wellness?
Well, yes, that, plus the poor state of global politics and the backwards policies of late-stage capitalism.
Wow, Santa, I did not know you were a leftist.
Well, I'd love to loosen some labor laws, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious what the Elf platform has to say about this. But anyway, Santa, this is a wine podcast, so why are you visiting us?
Oh, ho, ho. I mean, I just love you guys. I love the succinct news, I love the banter, I love the attempts at comedy.
Attempts at comedy?
And I thought it would be a lot of fun to just look at all the people you've covered or featured on your show and discuss who's naughty and who's nice.
I'm cool with the second part, but I don't know that we want to call out the naughty people live on air.
Are you sure? There's a distribution company that I'd love to mention.
Let's just focus on the nice.
Fair enough, Zoe. You see, I know her name because she believes. So first of all, I'm gonna call out the folks behind Come Over October. If I had minds like that in the North Pole, Christmas spirit would be through the roof. So shout out to Kimberly Charles, Karen McNeil, and Gino Colangelo.
Yeah, great choices.
I know. Next up, Megan Utter of Chardonnay. I mean, she makes it on the list purely for her puns, but I love her work too.
Oh my god, I know her. I can't wait to tell her.
No ho 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 ho. That is a huge violation of the Santa protocol. She will find out Christmas morning when her stocking is bursting at the fucking seams. I only agreed to join this show today because I knew it wouldn't air until Christmas Day.
I'm sorry, did you just swear?
Anyway, Dr. Miles Hassel and Dr. Laura Catena are also on my nice list. Doctors, good work, keeping people healthy. Did you know that Miles used to be my PCP? It was a hell of a commute, but he has just such good bedside manner.
No way! How did I not know this? Oh my gosh, Miles Hassel.
I make people sign pretty ironclad NDAs, or as we say in the North Pole, ice-clad NDAs. Anyway, honestly, I think it's rude of me to come on here and name names because so many of your guests are on my nice list. But I wanted to mention one person on my naughty list.
Okay, we'll give you one.
Anyone out there blaming poor wine sales on Gen Z and millennials is on my naughty list. Look, I'm like 600 years old or something. I've seen generation after generation come and go. Let those guys off the hook.
Okay, well, thanks, Santa, for joining us. We really appreciate it. And just to close out this amazing, one-of-a-kind interview, I'm curious, do you have a favorite wine?
I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty loaded. I mean, I've had hundreds of years to reap the benefits of compound interest.
You invest?
Mostly in commodities. Anyway, I've developed expensive taste. Right now, I'm staring down the barrel of a vertical of Petrus dating back to 1945. Once I wrap things up on Christmas, some of my top elves, the missus, and I are diving into that.
Well, Santa, I think we're all jealous. I hope you had a blast. What podcast are you off to next?
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Next, I'm headed to Joe Rogan. See you guys later. Ho, ho, ho.
Wait, what? Joe Rogan? What? I think we might need to rethink the conversation we just had.
All right, guys, this is clearly not a normal week, and we are not recording a normal episode. I am Catherine Cole here with Nick Toole, Ruby Welkovich, and Zoe Davis, and this episode will be dropping on Christmas Day, so we are obviously doing something a little different, a little silly, a little festive. Ruby, as our resident theater person, can you do the honors and explain what we're doing today?
Absolutely. So last year we talked about some really funny wine-centric Hallmark movies that we found online, and we thought it would be fun if this year we each came up with our own versions of that and shared them with each other.
All right, well, that is a great idea, Ruby. Who would like to go first? Everyone's putting their finger on their nose. I guess I missed that memo.
Yeah,
Okay.
Catherine Lost Nose goes, so Catherine gets to go first.
Okay, I will go first. Oh, I forgot to come up with a title for it, though. Do you guys
That's
wanna
okay. We can help you come up with a title.
Let's crowdsource it once you're done.
No, I've got the title. The title is The Nut House. Okay, so I'm pitching my Hallmark movie. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anne Brooke Shields is a winemaker who looks ridiculously fetching in Blundstone boots and Carhartt overalls, and always, curiously, has great hair. She makes a cult vineyard designate Pinot Noir from an abandoned former hazelnut farm with hazy ownership. One day, Anne sees a former classmate, Denzel Washington, at the charming local rural farmers market, looking a little too handsome and well-dressed for the environs. He's accompanied by real estate developer Jan, Sandra Oh. Anne hides behind an adorable, charming farm stall to eavesdrop. It turns out that Dan's family are the secret owners of the hazelnut farm, and they're looking to sell to Jan, the real estate developer. Anne knows she has to stop the sale from going through so she can keep making wine, but she's too broke at the moment to counter the offer. She devises various ambushes and acts of sabotage to try to keep Dan and Jan from meeting at the property and closing the deal. But eventually, Dan and Anne meet cute in a rainstorm in the vineyard and yell at each other with a lot of sexual tension. Dan admits that he shied away from revealing his ownership of the property because Anne rejected him years ago. They have an impromptu and ultimately unresolved makeout session. Later, Anne finds Dan's grandmother's old hazelnut butter recipe in the nut house. She gives it to him as a peace offering, and he makes the hazelnut butter. It's delicious, and it's even more delicious with Anne's newest release, a 100-point cult Chardonnay. Dan decides to quit his job, move back to the farm, and make a goddamn fortune producing hazelnut butter, because have you seen how much nut butters cost? Fast forward to 1 year later, Anne and Dan are getting married, and Jan is the officiant. The end.
Wow.
Can I say one of the things that inspired this is I met Justin, the nut butter guy, the other day? Like last week.
Tell him that your favorite employee went to Dickinson because he went to Dickinson.
And I love their peanut butter cups. Those are the ones my friend Sivan gets me for free from her office.
Any more notes for Catherine? Nut House, great title.
Yes.
I love Nut House.
I kind of stole that from Argyle Winery. It has a Nut House bottling, Nut House Pinot Noir. I mean, hazelnuts are a big deal in the Willamette Valley. So like this is all
I
like.
did not know that.
It could totally be a real movie.
Thanks, guys.
Well, let me take that back. It could totally be a real Hallmark wine themed movie.
All right, well, let's hear what you guys have. Who's ready?
I can go next.
All right.
All right, hit it.
All right. This has been a labor of love, but I'm excited to share. When Margot, played by Aubrey Plaza, gets laid off from her super cool sales job at an undisclosed swanky tech firm, she assumes her life is over. With no plans and no friends in town, she books a trip for a month-long stay at Italy's oldest vineyard, but quickly realizes that the charming estate she had hoped to rest and relax in is actually a single room in a crumbling manor owned by a gruff but gorgeous winemaker named Guillermo, played by the beautiful Christopher Abbott, who is struggling to keep the business afloat after several difficult harvests. While it's not the trip she expected, Margot is quickly charmed by Guillermo's passion and perfectly coiffed hair, and they team up to rebrand the business and sell out the delicious Prosecco before the local bank reclaims the familiar property. This holiday season, love bubbles up like the perfect glass of Prosecco, but will the pressure be too much for love-shy Margot?
Oh, I love that.
Love that.
I just got my dream of seeing Aubrey Plaza and Christopher Abbott in the same movie. That's all I really wanted.
I have no idea who Christopher Abbott
Wait,
is.
did that one have a title? Did you have a title for it?
I do not have a title for it.
Love Bubbles Up. You got it.
Love bubbles up.
Oh,
Ooh.
perfect.
That was excellent.
Okay.
That made me thirsty for Prosecco. Where the hell's my Prosecco?
I know. I don't have anything open right now. Mostly because it's 9
I
a.m.
just had some gum in, so now I don't want anything.
Santa?
All right. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'll tell you the title at the end, but here's my pitch. Scrooge Wine Estate's chief scientist, Holly Swill, played by Alicia Silverstone, is on the brink of something big. Her and her team have just developed a completely synthetic wine alternative, and management is excited. If customer trials go well, then Scrooge Wine Estates will be able to completely eliminate the need for grapes altogether, cutting costs and streamlining operations. On the heels of her success, Amy makes the surprising decision to go home to Oregon for the holidays, something she hasn't done in 7 years. Things take a turn, however, when she meets the handsome and enigmatic biodynamic winemaker Brett de Invino Veritas, played by Chad Michael Murray, at the local bar. They began a spumante affair, spending the days leading up to Christmas exploring his sustainable farm, drinking delicious wine, and making love. On one memorable...
Wait, I thought they weren't allowed to make love on Hallmark movies. Are they?
They're not allowed to show lovemaking.
Oh.
On one memorable night, after a few too many glasses of Pinot, Amy accidentally lets slip that she's on the brink of replacing wine grapes altogether with her invention. Brett can't believe what he's hearing, and the relationship turns acidic. Will Amy and Brett be able to find some balance and put an end to Scrooge Wine Estate's synthetic wine, or will this be the last vintage? And that's the name of the movie, The Last Vintage. Or Last Vintage.
Love that.
Oh, sorry, it comes with a song. Sorry.
Let's hear it.
Last vintage, I gave you my heart. The very next harvest, you gave it away. Anyway, there's a whole rewrite, but
Thank you for that.
I love
Wow.
George Michael. Anyway.
I just have a question. Is this movie taking place with the current Alicia Silverstone and Chad Michael Murray, or like the early 2000s Alicia Silverstone and Chad Michael Murray?
I was thinking current. I saw that Chad had made a comeback. I don't know about
Yes.
Alicia in this present moment, but I know that Chad recently made a comeback in a Christmas movie, so I figured
Mhm.
I think actually last year or a few years ago, she played the mom in the new Babysitters Club TV show.
Okay.
Oh.
I think that's what she was in.
All right. Ruby, bring it. Bring us home.
Okay, it's my turn, and I need to explain to the listeners what my process was, because the reason that this all started was that I said that I'm convinced that all current Hallmark movies are written by AI. I just think that the writing feels AI. So what I did was I put in some notes into ChatGPT, and I asked ChatGPT to come up with a Hallmark movie pitch. So this is a movie, title is pending, so we can talk about that. Okay, here we go. It's really dumb. It's ChatGPT. I just have to put that out there. Rachel Greenbaum is lighting up the New York City holiday scene with her newest venture, Poor Choices, a chic queer wine bar opening during Hanukkah. She has everything she needs for the perfect launch, except for a standout wine to be the centerpiece of her menu. When a friend introduces her to Margot Leclerc, a French winemaker whose family vineyard in Bordeaux is gaining buzz, Rachel knows she's found her star bottle. Margot, however, is a traditionalist who insists on more than a quick deal. Intrigued by Rachel's vision, Margot... Sorry. Whew, this is hard. Intrigued by Rachel's vision, Margot flies to New York to see the bar and explore its potential firsthand. What was meant to be a short business trip stretches into an extended stay when a mix-up with her return flight leaves Margot in the city for Hanukkah and in Rachel's orbit. As the two women spend 8 nights together sharing Rachel's holiday traditions and Margot's rich stories of French winemaking, their connection grows deeper. From menorah lightings to festive wine pairings and even an unconventional Christmas Eve Chinese food feast, Rachel and Margot discover they have more in common than they thought. But when a misunderstanding threatens Margot's trust and Rachel's bar opening, they'll need to decide if love is worth the risk, or if this holiday romance is destined to end like a fleeting toast. This charming story blends the magic of Hanukkah with the romance of fine wine, proving that love, like the best vintages, only gets better with time.
I actually thought that was pretty good.
I'd watch
That's
that.
ChatGPT. Isn't that crazy?
That's not exactly how the wine industry works, but I thought that was a pretty good one.
That's why
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think Hallmark plays by those rules.
No.
So obviously Rachel Greenbaum will be played by me.
Mhm.
Duh.
Yes.
And
of course, yeah. Figures.
Margot Leclerc will be played by French actress Adele Haenel, who I don't know if you guys are familiar with her work, but I can send you her Instagram so you can see and picture
That's a
it.
great choice.
Thank you.
Okay, the name though. That's going to be the hard part.
The name. So then I also asked ChatGPT to come up with a bunch of names. And
I mean, what? Not Poor Choices.
Poor Choices is good. Yeah, I like
Saying
that.
All right, Poor Choices.
Poor Choices.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right, well, so I guess what we're going to do is we're going to put this one out to the listeners. If you just text either Nick, Zoe, Ruby, or Catherine to 617-627, we're going to do a live vote and just see. All right, we've already got some votes coming in.
What is happening?
And voting's going to last it's just a few minutes of voting. All right, folks, voting has ended. It's 12:53, the official cutoff. And it looks like Nick won. Best one. So thanks everyone for voting.
That felt really fair.
Really,
I trust those results for sure.
Really appreciate everyone who voted. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's about as democratic as it gets in this country. So.
All right, everyone. Happy holidays. It's time to wrap this thing up. This has been the Four Top Podcast. I am our executive producer, Catherine Cole.
I am Hallmark showrunner, Nick Toole.
I'm media and design manager, Ruby Welkovich.
And I'm sales manager, Zoe Davis.
Keelan King is the composer and performer of our theme music.
Hey, y'all, here's a holiday gift idea. Please share your favorite Four Top episode with a friend. It is Christmas Day today, so it'll be a little bit of a late gift, but just send it straight from your favorite podcast app. Don't even have to wrap it.
Yeah, you can grab the episode link from your favorite podcast platform or our website at thefourtop.org.
Well, I am currently raiding Santa's cellar and enjoying some of that old Petrus, and this is Catherine signing out.
Here to reveal that Santa was me all along. This is Nick signing out.
No way.
I'm shocked. From a queer Hanukkah-themed wine bar, this is Ruby signing out.
I gotta go, guys. I have a reindeer to catch. This is Zoe signing out. Stay safe out there, and thanks for listening.